Welcome to Talking in Stations for June 22nd, 2021. This is Matterall. We're here on Patch Day for Black Ops. With me today is Shen. How you doing, Shen?
Doing well. Hello, hello.
Hello. And Rundle's here.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. Day 2 in a row. Good to go. Let's do it.
All right. Sorry, I messed up your punchline there. Patch notes. Let's do it. 19.05, the serial number for these patch notes. These are Black Ops. Let's get right into it. First, a quick note from the developer. Says, thanks for the discussions, the feedback, basically. It helped to make some changes. We'll look at some of those changes that community input had on the Black Ops changes. The most notable they list right here as an increase of from 10 to 30 passengers when you do a jump together kind of jump.
That kind of jump right now officially named the Conduit Jump. I think it's that block.
Conduit Jump, there it is.
I'll
go ahead and read, and then you guys can jump in and talk. But we'll do all blackouts now have the ability to conduit jump when fitted with a convert jump portal generator. So, by the way, let's stop there. The conduit jump is a new name, right? It's the first time I've heard that.
Yep, that's the first time.
Awesome. Okay, and I'll just make this a bit bigger so our audience can see it better. There we go. Conduit jumps provide a new group jump to the destination from the anchor ship, the Black Ops battleship, plus all nearby eligible fleet members in a single instantaneous event. Eligible ships are any that are capable of traveling through a covert jump portal. Black Ops battleships, blockade runners, covert ops frigates, force recon ships, stealth bombers, and strategic cruisers with the covert system installed. So up to 30 passengers, that was 10, right? Can jump through at the cost of 1,000 isotopes per light year. I was trying to look up the range on this thing. Let's see. So here's the Panther that I'm looking at. What do you have as range on the jump?
That increase with your skill. That's called jump drive operation. Jump drive calibration. Yeah. JDC.
Yeah. But do we know what the base is? Because I think it's like around 7 light years max or something. Maybe.
Well, we can just go look at this at Dotland, I think.
10 light years max is what base 8 says. But
10 light years for the jump freighter. That's the large. That can jump the furthest from all the ships.
Yeah, so the jump ranges have changed since I was jumping around. So that was about 6 years ago. And the Black Ops was always a different range than everything else. But I think it's... I thought it was like 7 myself, but I could be wrong. So we'll look that up. So that is the covert jump portal generator.
It's just under 8. So if I go to Dotland, for example, they have a feature called like a range. So if I just pick somewhere in HiSec, I picked T5ZI, and I picked, what did I pick? I think I picked a Paladin, or sorry, a Sin. What did I pick? I picked a Panther. Okay, one of them. So one of the Black Ops. And I put jump drive calibration 5, and there's systems that are 7.992 light years in range. So basically up to 8, which means up to 8,000 isotopes is going to be the maximum cost.
Let's go to Outer Ring, has some null in it. If I go to this map, I'm going to do what you just did. Right click, come on, little mouse. Again, please. Down to jump range. This mouse is not able to help me out, unfortunately. Let's see if I can do this one more time.
Go to the navigation, or jump range there. That'll work.
Jump drive calibration 5. So that's with full skills. Let's go to the Sin, for instance, which is a Black Ops ship. Here it is. And well, I don't know if this will show me like the range.
Yeah, so if you scroll up here, let me just quickly, if you scroll up, you see there the green one that just says range. Yep, go there, and then just pick any system that you want, and
oh, let's do a reference.
let's say 1DQ. Let's say you're want to run Black Ops out of 1DQ or something, or BR. That'll work.
Just looking for the first thing that came to mind.
Right. And so when you scroll down, now if you scroll down, you selected, what was your jump range that you?
Jump range is...
Yeah, so under the ship, you got to pick your ship still.
I thought I picked Sin, no?
Yeah, it was on a different one. Yeah, just right there on the ship. That's the subcapital one. Oh, you were right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, right there. And of course, I'm trying to direct you with the delay.
Yeah.
So you pick the ship, and then then you're there. You go. Just you wanted to pick a Sin. There you go. And
got
then
it.
hit the go button that's above there again. Yep. And then you can move. That's with Jump Cal 5, so you should get pretty close to what I got. And then you should be able to.
Here's the light year rating.
Jump Cal 1. Yep.
So you scroll down to the bottom here. And that's your longest range system. So it is in the 7. Yeah, you're right. About 8.
Yep. And then if you change your Jump Cal to 1, you should get about 4.7 or 5 or something.
Yeah, the base is 5. The with skills maxed is usually 7 or 8. 8, it looks like.
About 8, yeah.
Yeah, so that's for Black Ops. And the same, it's the range that the Black Ops can actually, here it is right here, 8 light years with Cal 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll change that to 1.
Yeah, 4.8 is the max for Jump Cal 1, is what it's saying there in the max.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for...
I forgot that line is right there at the very bottom. I'm just reading the table and not even looking at that last line. But
I was reading the table too. I didn't know it was there.
It's a super handy feature, by the way. If anyone has not used Dotland for that, it's really good for Black Ops, for your jump freighters, for all your other capital ships and stuff. If you don't want to try and build a route, you just want to say where I'm at, what's the kind of the farthest I could go, and you want to kind of map a ring of where you could travel or where you could do Black Ops. I find this most useful for Black Ops. If you're looking for hunting grounds and staging grounds, you kind of can. It's a way to draw those concentric circles for kind of where do I want to go without actually having to pick the place yet. That's what I like about this tool.
Okay, let's get through the rest of this.
Yep.
Because we are on.
Side note.
No, just needed to figure that out. So you can take 30 people with you, about 8 light years if you're maxed skilled. So that's a good jump range. Okay, another thing is travel via Conduit Jumps has similar requirements to normal portal travel. You cannot be cloaked, you can't be warp disrupted, or in a state of transition such as exploding. Additionally, any further restrictions apply for Conduit Jumps for passengers. So none of you can be under any of those pressures or circumstances.
Yep. It occurred to me when I read this today that the new warp formations might be very handy for setting up if you want to do more than 30. If you have a couple of the Black Ops have the warp like the fleet formation skill, they could warp their group of 30 with a nice tight little bubble right on top of them. So they're at 10. I guess if you all warp in one spot, you all just collide on top of each other anyways. But I don't know if there's a way to make that at least look neat anyways.
Okay, so I'm going to skip reading this, but you can read this on your own. We've only got a few minutes today. We got to cut it short for not a lot of news. But let me see if there's anything new here.
Bunch of changes to the ships that if you are a Black Ops pilot or into any of the covert ops ships, you should go and read the small changes, usually mostly to slots and a few of the bonuses. Those are the main changes that you should look at.
Yeah, and it's the same thing as the dev blog that they put out with some new information that we didn't get last time. One of them is for all Black Ops. You have right now the cargo capacity is increased by 100 cubic meter, and the max target range increased by 30% for all of those ships. And there's a new rule bonus of 50% reduction in covered sinusoidal generator duration. So basically half of the cover up sino time.
Tell us why that's important.
So one of the most vulnerable time of any blobs in general, no matter what kind of cover up ships you have, is the time where you are letting up the covered up signal. So during that time, you can be scanned because you can't be cloaked while you let up the signal. So therefore, the shorter the time is, the shorter time for local player to notice and to start scanning you down. So and then after the cover up signal ends, you can just cloak right back up.
Yeah, so it's your vulnerable period of time, and now that's 50% less. So you're vulnerable 50% less time. Pretty good. That's a good bonus. Okay, so we won't go through the doctrines for these ships, and I think they'll develop over time, but the ships that are affected are the Redeemer, the Sin, the Panther, and of course the Widow. Oh, no, and of course the last one, which is a special ship, the Marshal. That's much more expensive than these other Black Ops.
Well, the price for the Marshal actually went back down a little bit.
Did it really?
To the normal.
Let's have a
Yeah,
look
it
at
went
the
back to
Marshal.
like 7.4, I think, Bill, right now.
Well, let's look at Panthers where they're at on the market. 1.7. Sorry, Panthers 1.5, Redeemers 1.7, roughly. Sin is 1.6 billion we're talking about here, and the Widow is 1.5. They're all actually very comparable. One thing I don't have, though, is the Marshal. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, and the Marshal is 7.7 billion. And you're right, it's definitely on its way back down. You can see it here. That is an interesting change, but not unusual, because if you look actually over at the Panther, it went down too after a speculation spike as people freaked out. Same thing with the Redeemer, but it seems to be going back up a little bit, so who knows where that one will settle. Same with the Sin, and the Widow is just stabilized there at 1.5, so we don't know where these are going to end up. But they have softened, especially the Panther.
Yep, and then just a reminder to everyone who made this seems new to them. If there's a shake hand symbol in front of any of the changes that's listed in any of the patch notes, that means it indicates a change inspired by players' feedback or suggestions. So that means CCP is actually listening to players, to us, for any of the changes. So if you have something to say to them, say it to them.
Yeah.
They will listen.
That little symbol is right here on the left of these two changes, the increase to cargo and the increase to maximum target range. You see that little symbol of handshaking. That's what it is. So it means working together, right? Okay, again, we'll leave the doctrine talk to Sunday when we talk to subject matter experts, and we'll get some, see what shakes out as far as doctrines for Black Ops. Also changing were covert ops. And we have 4 different ships that were changed here: the Helios, the Anathema, Buzzard changed, and the Cheetah. Covert ops ships can travel with Black Ops. They can travel through the portal and do the Conduit Jump together. Covert ops are usually used for exploring around. They're kind of the sister ship to the stealth bomber, which is used in combat. But these covert ops are usually used for exploring and that sort of stuff. And I think that's really what the realignment was, to make these ships a little more useful in those ways. So
Yeah, it's more specialized in exploration. What happened before, it was like half where you have the racial frigate bonus to some sort of combat bonus, but the cover-up bonus is to exploration. Right now, it's full exploration based.
mhm. And so we're hearing that nth dimensional. Thanks for that tip. Who said that? Valamir. Good old Valamir. Starting to recognize his name. Said the Buzzard is the big winner. I've heard a lot of talk about the Buzzard. Some people really like the change. Some people don't. There used to be something of a meme fit, I suppose, for looking weak and baiting somebody into attacking you and then actually being able to fight back with the Buzzard. But now that ship is changed a bit, so you may not be able to trick people as easily. And it looks like it's the big winner for Explorer, at least according to Nth Dimensional, who is an Explorer. Yeah, and the Cheetah changed as well with the other ones. I was trying to think of what the Cheetah was. I think tackle. Did someone say that? Yeah, Cheetah for tackle.
I mean, I think still the best exploration ship nowadays is the Pacifier, the Concorde cover-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's another cool conversation on another day,
Yeah.
probably.
All right, let's look at what the last piece of information is. And this is the, what's a couple more, but this is the next to the last one. There you go. Enter the portal, Live and Tranquility, Clandestine Capsuleers. There is a Black Ops pack. And so these are sales, basically, right?
$230.
Yeah, just put the link in the channel. Yeah.
Right.
The link to the store. So we can see it more visually, I think, in there. So it's 230 USD for a lot of things. As you can expect, such a big price comes with a lot of meat. So do you want to go over it, or do you want me to go over
I
it?
think we'll direct people to it. We don't have time today, so we'll just, there's some skins in there.
Yeah. So the special thing right now, it's like the only special thing, I guess, is the skin that they're putting in. So all cover-ups, all Black Ops ships that are mentioned in the patch note or in the devlog have a new skin called the Fireblade Gorilla skin. Yeah,
Iceblade.
Fireblade, Iceblade.
It's both. It's Sin Iceblade Gorilla skin.
Oh, okay.
Iceblade Gorilla.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I would like to see that in game. Actually, I think that's what you wanted to see, right? Let's look at.
Yeah, that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, while you're pulling that up, I'll just point out that this is the first pack that actually is 6 months, 180 days. In the past, the other packs have been 90 days, 60, 30 days. This is the first one in a long time, anyways, at least that I can remember, is now 6 months. Just be aware if you're planning out your account time. And your multiple character training would also be 6 months. So those are two elements where you get two characters to train for 6 months, plus all the other stuff for that money.
Look at that beautiful net effect in orange there that crosses over the Widow. Let's look at the Redeemer. Actually, I'll look at the Sin. Partial to Galente.
The Marshall.
Oh, the
Where's
Marshall?
the Marshall?
All right, that's the one I have to go grab. Hold on a second. Here it is. There's the Marshall. We'll bring it up. Now, this is a rarer ship. It's harder to get your hands on it. But we'll look at it with the Gorilla, Iceblade Gorilla skin. There it is. That looks really nice, even without that mesh that's glowing there. Okay, but in order to get this skin, you have to buy the whole pack? Is that how it works?
Yep. So whole pack comes with all 5.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. Good skin though. They're making some good looking stuff. So there you go. And that's what he's offering in his pack. So check that out. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and with that, there's a new with that pact. Within that pact, there's a new set of clothing for Blood Raider Outlaw clothing set.
Blood
I see
Raider
what you're talking
Outlaw.
about. So yeah, I made the mistake. In the pack, in this $230 pack, you get the Fireblade Gorilla skins, but they also came out with a new Iceblade Gorilla pack in the new
There we
Eden
go.
store.
Yeah.
That's where our
Okay.
confusion is, right? So
Yeah.
in the $230 pack with the time and stuff, you get the Fireblades, but in New Eden store is a whole new Black Ops skin pack for the Iceblade Gorillas. So now they have Fireblade and Iceblade Gorillas. You get one. The New Eden game store one is 390 plex if you want that.
Okay.
So you could use the plex that you got for your $230 and get both if that's what you want.
Okay, we have to leave it there. I've got to run out, return back to life. Sorry, it's a short show. We will see you next time on Talking in Stations. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Really appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone.